All right, we are on this live stream. All right, it's a little crooked, but we have the belts in the background. That's all that matters. All right, so we have Survivor Series thoughts today. What's up, WFA? You've been watching my channel for 4 years. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But we have an unboxing today from Ringside Collectibles. I just have not had the time to unbox this, and now I finally have time, so we're going to see what's inside. We got my knife. Later, the thumbnail and the title of this video will be dedicated to whatever in this box. But for now, it is about Survivor Series. How am I doing, Benjamin Gonzalez? I'm doing pretty good. Going to college and working hard and just living my best life. What's my opinion on AEW Full Gear? I thought it was great. I thought it was definitely the right call for Hangman Page to become champion. Tanner, sorry if this may sound dumb or off topic, but have you been wrestling, SWF official? That is not a dumb question. I have not been wrestling. I haven't wrestled since January or February of 2020. And then COVID hit, and then I just kind of fell off the face of the earth. Kind of became unhealthy, but eventually just realized that I can't do wrestling anymore because wrestling has just really deteriorated my body. And that's something you really need to consider when you're going into wrestling is how is it going to make my body feel when I'm falling on my back and I'm getting hurt and getting injuries. I went through all of that stuff, so I know what it's like, and it definitely sucks. Can you give me a heart, the gamer? I'm not sure exactly how to do that. I'm in Germany. What time is it by you? To me, it's 18. Why was The Rock not at Survivor Series last night? The Rock wasn't at Survivor Series because I believe he was filming a movie. CM Punk versus MJF. I definitely think CM Punk is... he's going to go undefeated for a long time, so definitely CM Punk. And I think that's also a reason why MJF beat Darby Allin, to kind of build him up so he can lose to CM Punk. Glad you're doing... Tanner Black will. Tanner Black will be missed. That is right. Tanner Black, you know, he had a good run, and there's definitely a lot of storytelling to be told, and the plans were him to go on at the anniversary show in a ladder match and win the briefcase to challenge for either the Golden State or the Heavyweight Championship, something like that. It was going to be like some sort of briefcase match. He was going to finally get his big break, but that didn't happen just because of the pandemic and all that, which totally sucks. What's your thoughts about WWE's new Day 1 pay-per-view? I think it's interesting, and I think it's kind of neat how they're adding that, especially for New Year's Day. I think it's on New Year's Day. I think it's something new and interesting. I don't know. I don't really like pay-per-views that are like Fastlane, where you know nothing big's going to happen. Like I think with WWE, they should limit everything down to like 6 pay-per-views and make them much more important. I don't think that some of the pay-per-views are really necessary because nothing ever happens on those pay-per-views. Like, I would love to see title changes, and I would love to see so many different things happen at these pay-per-views, but they don't. So, I don't know, maybe limiting it down to 6 pay-per-views and having just a lot of big matches on SmackDown. I've always thought that something would be great if they had something called like a SmackDown pay-per-view, Super SmackDown, and they had it like pay-per-view level. I also am around the SoCal indie scene, so I've met a couple guys you've wrestled, like Anthony Idol, but I'm happy you made the choice that was best for you. Thanks, SWF official. Yes, I wrestled Anthony Idol probably like 3 times, maybe a little bit more. I think I've tagged. Have I tagged with them? I don't remember. I heard people think WWE planted a seed for The Rock vs. Roman when Vince talked about The Rock Roman last night. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, I definitely thought that either The Rock was going to be there or they were planting seeds for The Rock and Roman Reigns. I don't know if they're going to do it next year at WrestleMania just because it's in Texas, which is fine, but I thought the whole plan was Hollywood. But that's like a whole nother 2 years from now. Or a little under 2 years from now. And so I just think that maybe it would be best if they waited for that. But then again, like, I'm really having a hard time processing who the heck they're going to have beat Roman Reigns for the championship. Who is going to beat Roman Reigns for the title? Who are they going to have beat Roman Reigns for the title? It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be The Rock, because The Rock's not going to be around. I don't think it's going to be Brock Lesnar. I don't think it's going to be, I mean, it could be Drew McIntyre, but I don't know, the way that they have him right now, I don't think they're going to do that. So it's kind of like, who is going to beat Roman Reigns for the championship? There's literally zero hint to it. It's like, nobody is on that level, which is fine. But it's always kind of nice to know. So I'm kind of questioning whether they're going to have Roman Reigns hold the championship for, I don't know, like however long he's, like maybe like 2 or 3 years. I don't know. What do you think Mr. McMahon stole an egg? I don't know who stole that. I don't know if that's going to turn into a storyline or what, but yeah. I think Drew has too many title matches. I don't know. Drew hasn't been champion since February. So it's like he hasn't really been in that main event scene in a while. And he lost at WrestleMania, which is kind of strange. I didn't think that they were going to do that. But let's get this package cracked open. We'll continue the Survivor Series talk. But I did pick this package up at Ringside Collectibles. If you've seen the majority of my videos, they're all pretty much Ringside Collectibles at this point, whenever I do release a video. And so we got a package here from Ringside Collectibles. Let's see what's inside. There is the box. And we have, ooh, I forgot that these were even a thing. But we have the brand new Jay White action figures covered in bubble wrap. Very nice packaging by Ringside. And then we have the Ringside exclusive, the red one. They're both Ringside exclusive, but I don't know I don't know if there's a variant or what, but God, I gotta sneeze. Oof. Allergies. Sasha Banks stole it. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so we're gonna get these cracked open. If you guys like New Japan Pro Wrestling, definitely pick these up from Ringside. We still haven't gotten like a real Jay White action figure yet. This is like the retro version of Jay White. Looks like the company is called Nerds. It's called Switchblade Jay White by Nerds. New Japan Pro Wrestling. It looks pretty cool, right? I'm gonna keep these mint on card. I think they're the best mint on card. But looking really cool. I think it's awesome that Jay White's getting his own action figure. We even got the little tally marks on there, or scar marks. I think those are scar marks. There's a whole little bio on the back. Take a screenshot of that if you want to read it. But yeah, that's Jay White looking pretty sick. I don't know if I'm going to like the red or the black more. But we're going to take a look at the black one right now. This is the Nerds black gear of Jay White. Looking sick. So there he is, looking awesome. I like the black one a little bit more. I think it looks a little bit darker and a little bit more like Jay White. And he's even got, yeah, the white boots and all that. So very cool. So you can either decide to open these or leave a mint on card. I have a mint on card collection stored away in my garage, so I'm going to add these to it because this is something I'm not going to like pull out and like pose around and stuff. This is definitely something that I would buy to have in package because it looks best in package. So that's just my personal opinion. But again, very cool. We get both figures right here. Pick them up from Ringside Collectibles today using discount code 10, as always. So there are those figures looking awesome. Now that we're done with that video review, let's continue with this discussion. All right, guys, serious question. Is Seth Rollins going to defeat Big E for the WWE Championship? That's the question everybody has right now. Everybody's asking right now. Is he going to defeat Big E for the WWE title? And when is it going to happen? I have a bad feeling that it's not going to happen. And they always do this to Seth Rollins. They always put him up against the newest babyface. And then they have him lose the championship. I mean, this dude has had a roller coaster of a career over the past 2 years. He's had some banger matches. He's had some crappy matches. He's had some good storylines. He's had some terrible storylines. Like the Rey Mysterio storyline went on forever and was just a waste and did not benefit anybody in the end. I think that Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre could have been something bigger, but it didn't. It didn't happen. But I think that right now, Seth Rollins winning the WWE Championship on Monday Night Raw or something like that, or maybe Roman helps him and he wins the WWE Championship, holds it for like a month or two. That would be great. He holds it for a month or two, and then Big E can win it back. But I definitely think that if they have Seth Rollins go through all this again, all this build-up for Seth Rollins, it's just a waste. And, you know, this dude's only won two? He's only won four world titles. He's won 2 WWE Championships. The second one was only for like 30 seconds. And then the other 2 were the Universal title runs, and nobody liked those. The first WWE Championship run was great, and he hasn't held that championship since 2016. So it's been well over 4.5, maybe 5 years since we got him as the WWE Champion. So I think it's long overdue. What do you guys think? Do you think that Big E should lose the WWE Championship, or do you think they're too hot on Big E to let him lose the championship? I know you guys had good questions earlier. Maybe some of you left. No, I don't see Big E holding the WWE title till WrestleMania. I would hope not. Who do you think challenges Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at day 1? Jeff Hardy? I think it should be Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the last surviving member in SmackDown, so it would only make sense, right? Liv Morgan push, it should definitely happen. I don't think Becky Lynch will hurt if she loses the championship. I don't think she really needs it. You installed the Seth Rollins side plates? Yes, I did. Would you look at that? I did. On my prized possession, we installed the Seth Rollins side plates. So if he does win the Universal or the WWE Championship with the current championship, this is what it's going to look like. So how epic is that? Let's put it back up. All these notifications. All right, guys. Well, Big E got beat by Roman Reigns last night, which is interesting. I don't really know where they're going with this. It looks like the WWE Champion is just mediocre compared to the Universal Champion, and it'll always be like that because you had Brock beat AJ. You had Brock beat Bryan. You had Reigns beat Drew. Now you have Reigns beat Big E. So, no WWE Champion ever has beat the Universal Champion. I don't know why they do that. That's interesting. All right, who else do we got on here? How you doing, Tanner? I'm doing pretty good. Who's your favorite wrestler? My favorite wrestler currently is Roman Reigns. Of course it is. Big E is an awesome champ, but I don't like him as is an awesome champ, but you don't like him as a champ? Big E as champion is a cool sight to see, and it's something interesting, and I think he's getting somewhere more serious as champion. But again, when you have a champion for too long, one particular champion, it gets boring. Reigns as champion is just different. There's something great about his run that I don't get sick of. If he was Universal Champion for the rest of my life, I wouldn't care. I think it would be great because he is the Universal Champion. It's meant to be. Big E, he's one of those guys where it's great to see, and then like the run is kind of like, heh. If that makes any sense. Like look at Kofi Kingston. Everybody wanted Kofi Kingston to be WWE Champion, and it was great. I wanted him to be WWE Champion too. His run, terrible. Why? Because Kofi Kingston is one of those guys where you want him to be champion, and he becomes champion, and it's great for the first month, and then it becomes dry, and people get sick of it. And the same thing happens with Big E. I mean, Big E's awesome superstar, but not a good champ, and he is not fair with KO. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't mind KO beating him for the championship. I think Kevin Owens as champ would be great. Either Rollins or Kevin Owens, that would be great. Hollywood Rock character from the Ruthless Aggression era. Definitely fantastic. If you get an opportunity to become a wrestler and perform for them, which wrestling organization would you choose? WWE or AEW? If I wanted to get paid more money, definitely WWE. WWE is just like a slippery slope right now. Like you get hired, and if you don't make an impact instantly, you get let go. Or even if you do make an impact, there's still a high probability of you getting released. So maybe AEW. Maybe AEW, just because I don't feel like they have released anybody. If anything, they're bringing as many people in as possible. So maybe AEW. Do I like Rey Mysterio? Somewhat. What do you think about WWE Superstar releases? What should Vince do? Fire Nick Khan? That would be great. A lot of people complain about these releases. The only reason why I care about these releases is just because it was their livelihood, it was their jobs, and now they're jobless. So that sucks. That's terrible. But at the same time, the wrestlers that got released, I didn't really care for. So it's kind of like a 50-50 for me. Yeah, John Morrison got released. That's what I heard too. Carmen Estrada Pictures. Everybody go check out Carmen Estrada Pictures. He makes some pretty good content on there. I watch his content, so you guys should definitely check it out too. Who stole the egg? I heard that Sasha Banks stole the egg. One of you guys said Sasha Banks stole the egg. The moment when the fans turned on Seth Rollins as a babyface in 2019. That was terrible. I could not believe that. I met Seth Rollins in New York in 2019, and he was the coolest dude ever. Definitely the coolest wrestler I've ever met. Very nice. What's your thought about King Wood's storyline with Reigns? I think it's interesting. I think that could probably be something they go into with Day 1, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I don't think that it was that. I thought it was weird how they just destroyed the King Wood's storyline so quick, like with smashing the crown. Roman saw the egg or stole the egg. What's your less likely wrestlers? I think you mean what's my least favorite wrestler? My least favorite wrestler right now is Zelina Vega. WWE Championship by far. What do you think about Darby Allin joining WWE? I don't think it'll happen. When will you be doing another figure hunt video? Maybe I'll do another figure hunt video soon. Maybe I'll do it soon. Who knows? Alrighty, guys. Well, we got the Survivor Series talk in. Reigns did beat Big E, which was the smart choice. Monday Night Raw surprisingly beat SmackDown. I thought that it was going to be SmackDown winning the 5-on-5 match. That didn't happen. And who ended up winning in the end? Because I think SmackDown got the point for the Survivor Series mid-card championship match. So it was Shinsuke winning by DQ. It was Omos and AJ won the Battle Royal. Becky won the Raw Women's Championship match. The Tag Team Championship match was the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Women's 5-on-5 was won by Raw. So everything was won by Raw except for Roman Reigns, which makes SmackDown look like sucky. But that is it, guys. That is it for this live stream. Again, if you have not seen this unboxing yet with the Jay White figures, make sure to go click back once this video is uploaded and check it out and go to Ringside Collectibles. Use my discount code to save 10% at checkout. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will be on my channel soon. Again, I just need to film some more content and come up with more ideas. If you guys have ideas, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show out.